Good morning, evening, and afternoon, everybody. Check it out, check it out. We are playing Burn in Modern. You know it. I know it. The only person who doesn't know it is opponent, and he's going to find out soon. So come along with me and let's burn this fool. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. I certainly am. Got my coffee, got a frog in my throat. Hopefully one will take care of the other. Gonna scald that little sucker. Pardon me. There we go. Alright, just fetching up. Probably a basic here. No reason to get too painful with the mana base. If we had a two-color spell in hand, might reconsider that. However, this sets us up nicely to potentially fetch a duel based on our draw, or just another mountain and go Swift Spear, Lava Spike, get in for 7 on turn 2. Okay, forget I said anything. Wow, cannot get enough of these wacky control opponents. Got Mono Blue Chalice of the Void on 1. Ay, ay, ay. Life is funny like that. We have a lot of one-cost spells. Can't cast them. Gonna have to make do. Now we will get duels. Take the shock to cast Skullcrack and just keep the damage train rolling as best we can. But the reasoning behind grabbing a Shockland there is that if we draw one of our 2-mana, 2-color spells that we can cast, we want to be able to. Alright, got the opponent on a 14-turn clock. Doesn't know who he's dealing with here. I will hit you 4 times for 1 damage. Shit. Repeal. And now we have no plays except to draw damage each turn. Let's see if we can do it. We cannot. Pass it back. I'm not going to concede to 4 islands and a Chalice of the Void. I would like the opponent to show me how he intends to win the game, and we'll go from there. I am going to get a little salty at having 5 1-drop creatures and 2 1-drop spells against a turn 2 Chalice for 1. Wow. Okay, it's Mono Blue Tron. They can't run a playset of Chalice. That must have just been the nut for Blue Tron, you know, the nut draw against Burn. Okay. He's getting Summoner's Pact? It's hard to tell. Or, no, a plant, of course. I forgot all about Talaria West as a means of getting pieces of Tron. That is interesting. Alright, so now we can crack this for a Sacred Foundry and do 4 damage to the opponent and, you know, pat ourselves on the back. Woo. I rescind my back pat. Alright. There's counter magic involved. That's fine. Oh well. Given the choice again, I would still have fetched the Stomping Ground. Pardon me. As opposed to having double Sacred Foundry there. We didn't know we were going to draw Boros Charm or have an opportunity to cast it, get it remanded, cast it again. I refer to that as an opportunity only in the most optimistic of terms. Let's see what he discards. Pardon me. Opponent is thinking about it. Oh, he discarded an expedition map, I see. Does not have Tron, so we're in the driver's seat as far as I'm concerned. Ignore that chalice. I like the idea of Eidolon here. He's already cast a lot of his, setup cards. Card draw, expedition map, remand, all of these cards. Would have been great to get some triggers off of, but if he doesn't have more, if he doesn't have the mine, and he doesn't have all of these, or, in multiples, then the 6 cards left in his hand are more than likely finishers. Game-winning pieces. I mean, he could cast those as well, though, so it's kind of difficult to say what's in opponent's hand, or in opponent's mind, or in opponent's heart. There's one of the previously mentioned game-winning how do you do's. Okay. So we could use Boros Charm, give all this at instant speed. Let's swing with Abbott, cast Tatarka's Command, cast Boros Charm, try to orchestrate a trade here. That way he won't gain life. He will take 3. Abbott will be indestructible, as well as a 4/2 double striker, or no, a 4/2 indestructible. That's the sticky wicket. Let's try it. And if he smells, something fishy here, then, well, good reason. This is not a 100% spiky play. I'm not sure exactly. Casting any of these 6 cards at some point during the game likely would have closed it out, in the 7 turns it took him to cast Wormcoil. Alright, he is going for the block. So, 1, 2, 3. If we gave him +1 and did the opponents can't gain life, he would get +2/+2, then another +1/+1, so that's +3/+3, obviously. So he'd be a 5/4. And then I guess Double Strike would clear the Worm Coil out and give us a 3/3 lifelinker, which then we have Lightning Helix, we have Exquisite Firecraft, we have plenty of spells that we can still cast here. So since we're doing Double Strike to kill the Worm Coil, we are going to go ahead, can't gain life, and creatures you control, no, can't gain life and deal 3. So all we have to do is make sure Abbott gets 3 power and is indestructible, and he'll live. So that was a tank for the ages, but I believe we came to as correct a decision as is possible. Now, this could, in fact, get probably correct to play Boros Charm first, if I had tanked for just a second longer. But it looks like this is going to resolve. And the reason is, if we played Boros Charm first, at least our Abbott then gets a prowess trigger. I think the most important thing that we're doing this turn is preventing him from gaining life off the Worm Coil. No, wait. Okay. Gotta not get into my own narration there. But this is, yeah, I don't even, probably not correct, but actually, since he can't gain the life, no, we'll keep Abbott around. Hey. What are our plans for the... Okay, so we're getting rifted on the Abbott here. So all things being equal, it probably would have been correct to go for the Dome there. But we do get to replay Abbott, which can only generate card advantage. Opponent doesn't gain any life. We don't actually lose any creature. Life totals are equal, shockingly. He is going to crack in for 6 on this turn, and then life totals will not be so equal. The question is, do we block with Eidolon? And the answer is probably yes. And there's the line. Angel. Yeah, any game that goes to turn 9 as burn, you have to ask yourself, what are you really trying to accomplish? Now we can suspend Rift Bolt despite the Chalice on 1. So that's another good synergy. But I think time has probably come to call this one. Alright. We'll concede to a Condescend. Oh, there's a few options we have here. I'll go ahead and do boarding on camera. I've had it come up that people are interested in sideboarding strategies. I like to give people what they like. So clearly Destructive Revelry is where we want to be. Molten Rain is also where we want to be. Those two make up the bulk of our anti-Tron, for instance, other artifact strategies, or pretty much any deck relying on a unique mana base. Or a non-basic mana base. So that's a no-brainer. Do we want to hedge against Chalice for 1? That's a good question. I think Shard Volley can come out. Skullcrack should stay in. I would take out Rift Bolt. However, being able to suspend around a Chalice is pretty good. So let's just take Lava Spikes and submit the deck, and we'll join you back here for game number 2 against Mono U Tron.